In today's video, I'm going to find out, can I engrave a tile? I saw some videos on YouTube of some people that were using different lasers to engrave these tiles using the Norton White Tile Method. And I wanted to see if I can do it. So first thing, we need to use this acetone to clean off the residue. There's my partner there, hard at work. So we're going to use this acetone to clean off any residue or dirt or whatever from the manufacturing process or from the store or whatever. And these are just the cheapy Home Depot tiles. I think I paid 32 cents for them. Take my paint, and I'll have a link in the description, but just take the paint and we're just going to put some spray paint on the tile, paint it white. And what's supposed to happen is when the white paint interacts with the laser, it's supposed to turn it black. So I'm going to turn on my fan here, turn on my Glowforge. So I want to see if I could do what others are doing on their lasers with the Glowforge. And I'm using an alignment tool that I made just to make sure that it's straight in the bed of the Glowforge. I just found an image online that I liked of Venom and Wolverine drawn by Sam Keith that I liked. This was for personal use, so I'm not selling it. The software that we use to prep the image is called Imager. Link will be in the description, but what you're going to do is upload your image to the software. Then you'll scroll down, you'll see your image uploaded there. And I momentarily forgot that I had a hexagon tile because the videos that I watched, they use square tiles, so I made my image square. Made sure that it was cropped exactly the way that I would want it to be on my tile. Once I'm happy with how it's lined up, I'm going to go ahead and click on crop. Scroll down, we'll see our new image. And then I want to resize and change the resolution. I changed it to 300 dpi. And then you see this panel pops up here on the side. So we can see, we can make a few more adjustments and we can see our adjustments in real time. So there is a built-in auto adjustment, so I went ahead and applied that. Then I changed my material to Norton White Tile. And that's going to go ahead and prepare my image for that purpose. Now, as you'll see, it was kind of grainy. There was some noise all around it that I didn't like, so I figured I could probably get rid of that using the contrast. So went ahead and upped the contrast slightly, and overall was happy with the way that that looked. So we're ready to go ahead and save our image, and then we can import it into the, for my purposes, the Glowforge. Over in the Glowforge app, we can see our tile there, and we need to bring in our artwork. So it doesn't really matter what material we have selected because we're going to enter our own settings. So we can go ahead and just upload our file and go ahead and size it and line it up. Now that we have it aligned, we're ready to go ahead and enter our settings. So we go into manual, and I just typed in some settings that I found online for a different laser and what I thought that it might be on the Glowforge, and so we'll see how that turns out. Once our settings are dialed in, we're ready to hit print. It's going to calculate our time. And 25 minutes seemed really short to me, but hey, you know what? That's fine. Let's go with it. Once it's done engraving, we'll take it out of the Glowforge, put it on some paper, and we're going to use this lacquer thinner to remove the white paint. So the idea is the laser interacted with the white paint and then it basically burned it into the tile, and the rest of the white paint that didn't get burned, we're going to use the lacquer to take that white paint off. And as you can see, as we're going through using the thinner and taking off the paint, it's not really changing the darkness any. So we see the paint coming off, and so far pretty disappointed in the results. And finishing the cleanup here, taking off the rest of the paint, and it really wasn't getting any darker. And overall, I mean, I guess it was okay. It looked kind of cool, but wasn't at all what I had envisioned. Wasn't what I saw other people achieve. So I knew that I needed to revise my settings and start over. So I prepped another tile, same way, with acetone, cleaned it off, spray painted it, ran it through, and here we see the end result. This one took about 1 hour and 50 minutes, almost 2 hours to engrave. So I decided to go ahead and clean this one off with the lacquer thinner and see how the final result looked like. And while this one did turn out quite a bit darker overall, there was still a little bit of inconsistency in some of the parts of it. So I think I'm on the right track, but I'm not quite fully there yet. So I'm going to have to try this again at a later time. But you can see it turned out much better than the previous one. Overall, I'm happy with it. But I think that I have a little bit more work to do to get it fully dialed in exactly the way that I wanted. So here's a comparison of the original to now. So definitely getting there, and we'll get it dialed in. I'll make a follow-up update video once I'm able to figure out the final settings.